But the big news since the last time I talked to you off the record was Israel's defense former minister of the space directorate, Haim Eshed, alleged that there is a galactic federation of aliens out there that has agreements with the U.S. government. Paul Hellyer, the former Canadian Minister of Defense, also spoke about this in 2017 in an interview with me that really didn't get much publicity at the time, but people are talking about it now. It seems like a unique claim. I know you were quoted by, I believe, NBC related to this claim that received worldwide coverage, as this general is a very credible person. However, this claim is quite a large claim, to say the least. So I'm wondering if you could tell us your thoughts on this alleged galactic federation of aliens.
Well, Haim Eshed is who he says he is, and he did what he said he did. I guess my big question is he speaking about matters on which he has direct personal knowledge and experience from within government and from within the Israeli space program? Or is he simply citing his beliefs based on reading the literature or based on things that he's been told by a third party? And of course, it's interesting, you mentioned Paul Hellyer. It's the same question. Now, Paul Hellyer is I think, pretty clear on this. He said that when he was Defense Minister of Canada, and indeed, I believe, Deputy Prime Minister at a time, this did not cross his desk, and it's only subsequently that he's talked to some of his military colleagues, some of whom are in the US, who've confirmed the reality of this to him. And my question is, with Haim Eshed, again, it's the same question. Well, is this what you know or what you think? And we don't know the answer yet when it comes to Haim Eshed. But look, all of this, none of this can be looked at in isolation. It's all part of a big jigsaw puzzle that we're slowly piecing together. If any of these things happened in isolation, you'd probably think, well, the person's gone crazy. We were talking earlier about Professor R.V. Loeb at Harvard and his claims about Oumuamua. But don't look at that in isolation. Look at that along with Paul Hellyer's claims. Look at it along with Haim Eshed's claims. I mean, Galactic Federation sounds like something straight out of Star Trek, but yet, you know, maybe it's real. And what happened a few days afterwards? None other than a former CIA director, John Brennan, gave an interview, and he started off talking about weather phenomenon, and I thought, oh my goodness, he's going to play this very safe. He'd been asked about the U.S. Navy videos, and then suddenly he starts talking about, well, you know, some people think it might be attributable to something which is a different form of life, and so when these sorts of people, whether it's a former CIA director, whether it's a professor at Harvard, whether it's a Canadian defense minister, whether it's the co-founder of Israel's space program, when those sorts of people at that sort of level, with those sorts of backgrounds, start saying this, I think the world should be sitting up and paying more attention. And the good news is that I think they are. I think the landscape has changed over the last 3 years, and it's continuing to change. And all of these people, whether it's Haim Eshed, John Brennan, Lou Elizondo, Chris Mellon, A.V. Loeb, Paul Hellyer, all of these people are playing a part in changing the world. And it will change if, as I often like to say, the believers don't have to prove a whole bunch of these cases. They only need to prove one of them. The skeptics need to be right every single day. The believers only need to be right once. And if they are, we're going to have to rethink and redo everything. Politics, science, religion, technology, economics, the military, philosophies, everything will be altered by the knowledge that we're not alone in the universe. And it seems to me every time one of these stories breaks, we're getting closer and closer, maybe, to that moment.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.